So, like the title says, my 43M GF36F asked that we open the relationship, and I just pointed her to the door. Was it too much? I strongly believe that in a monogamous relationship, when someone asks to open it, well, it's because that person saw something else out there and is ready to try it instead of working on the relationship. Basically, it is blindsiding her partner. So I have been with Fran, 36, over the last 2.5 years, almost 2 as a couple. I thought that things were moving smoothly and was about to ask her to move in at the beginning of April, but lately she was acting rather distant. So I decided to wait a little and watch. I was cheated on the past, so I'm a little cautious with some signs. Out of nowhere this last Friday, she asked me to open the relationship. She gave me all her big speech, and when she ended her presentation, I asked her if she has someone in mind, because it's not like we decided today and basically going out with other persons tomorrow. Basically, I trick her into telling me what I already knew, and yes, she has someone in mind, which means to me that either she already did it or she is all set up. So I got up and walked around the apartment while she was trying to sell that this could be good for both of us and our relationship. By the time she ended talking, I handed her one of my sports bags with all her stuff in it and told her to leave the spare key over the table on her way out, that we were done, and she knew why. Then I went to the couch and turned on the TV, just trying to look indifferent and save face. She was speechless for a while, about to cry, but before she could say something, I told her that I didn't want to talk about anything and she should leave. As soon as she left, I felt like crap, so unworthy, cried a little, and right now I'm still mourning. My phone has gone almost nuclear with all the calls and texts I received from friends of both sides about my extreme reaction over her simple request. I don't know what she told them. So now I'm sitting wondering if I really went overboard and at the same time fighting the urge to run back to her. Because deep inside, even knowing my feelings for her is still there, the trust is gone. And I'm not going to spend all my time watching her movements. It's not healthy. Maybe in time, I really don't know. Before anyone pointed out, yes, I know my reaction is a pure reflection of me, not what she did or was about to do or could do. So, did I go overboard? P.S. Sorry about my English. Keep that in mind if you don't understand something in my reaction. Update. First of all, thanks for all the replies and upvotes. It never crossed my mind that this post would have this much attention. I just wrote to put order in my ideas and vent a little, and with the hope a few people told me if I went overboard. But I didn't expect the number of replies I got. So many thanks to all for that. Some people pointed out that maybe I went overboard, that maybe she wasn't aware of my position on the subject. I replied to some, but there were too many comments to get back to all. So to clarify, maybe you're back. Approximately, we had a couple of friends in a similar situation, and for like a month, that was the main theme of conversation in our group of friends, and every time I said that for me, it was a big no. And if one person in a relationship needs to be with other persons, well, she should leave. About the friends trying to mend things up, well, they weren't totally aware of the situation. Yesterday, after I posted here and with my ideas more defined, I want to see a group of them and told them my point. All of them agree with me at different levels. Some of them wanted to let it go. Others wanted to burn her at the stake. Of course, a few girls in the group pointed out that I could do things in a better way. And there were also a few questions about whether I could consider giving her another chance. But for me, the main issue is not feelings. I know that I love her, but the trust is gone, and I don't want to find myself wondering all the time what she is up to. After I left, my friends talked to other persons that weren't there, and basically the waters have calmed. If you're wondering what she is doing, I really don't know. I got a few texts from her, but haven't read them yet and don't think I will do it soon. Anyway, I know it's not much, but this is all I've got for now. Note, when I first joined this part of Reddit, I didn't get what people got here by posting their relationship troubles, but I do get it now. Final update. Hello to every stranger interested in how things ended. I wasn't much on the idea about posting any other update, but some people have been asking, so here it is. Finally, after listening to various friends and some Reddit users, I talked to her just to sort things out. Last Friday, we met at our regular place where we take coffee. At the distance, she looked great, so great that I just wanted to say, F it, and drag her back to my place. It took a lot of restraining to not do it. When I got close to her, I noticed her sadness, and she still had her eyes irritated from crying. We sat, and before she could say a word, I asked her to tell me the entire story and to please not leave anything out of it, that I needed it. And then I would ask her a few things and also needed all the truth. The story is pretty basic. Around 2 months before she asked for the open relationship, on her girls' dancing night out, they met this exotic, good-looking guy. During the first month, he was the new flavor that all the single friends in the group were trying out, which led to girls taking and sharing experiences. Eventually, this guy, who was having his way with all the girls around him, set his eyes on Fran and began to flirt with her, taking her to the dance floor and having fun. Well, here is when she should have stopped things, because we had an agreement with dancing night that she would stay away from any guy because we guys are pigs and it is pretty rare that a guy just wants to dance. Anyway, because of the excitement, she went for it, enjoyed the attention of this guy, and had a great time dancing. Looking at the timeline, this was around the time I noticed that Fran was distant. Moving forward a few weeks, her friends were sharing more intimate stories about this guy, and that got in her mind. She found herself fantasizing about doing it with him. Also, he was trying to make a move on her too. But from what she told me, she didn't go for it because she was with me. Drinks and drunken friends are bad counselors, and once the idea of opening the relationship came out, they were over 2 weeks chatting about how to convince me that because a long time ago I had threesomes and also swung a little, I should be okay with the idea of opening the relationship. But threesomes and swinging are things you do as a couple and out of pure excitement. At least for me, and was a long time ago, early 20s. All this led to the day she asked to open the relationship. She told me that she and her friends never thought that I would end the relationship in the moment, that the worst scenario would be me getting angry and saying no. So there's no big deal in just asking. At this point, I interrupt her and tell her that she should know better. We were together for over 2 years, and I always share my thoughts about everything with her. She agrees. At this point, I explained to her that I didn't break up with her for the question. I did it because there was already a guy, so for me, that was a major trust issue. If this was some concern that came out natural, maybe we could have worked it out. In the worst scenario, maybe we could found an alternative, but the way things were was an alert for me. We went around the topic for a while, and then I began to question her. Basically, I asked if she was intimate with him at some point. She said she wasn't. If she developed some feelings for him, no, she didn't. And lastly, if she has seen this guy again, that was also a no. Even if that is not much, that was a small relief. But I explained to her that I can't go back to her. I need to close this for my own health. Also, I told her that we share a lot of friends, and I don't want to lose any of them because of this, and it wouldn't be fair to ask them to choose, so we can behave like adults and keep things friendly. If my friends take one side, is because they want it, not because I asked them to. She said how sorry she is, that if she could, she would undo everything, but she knew it couldn't be done. She was about to cry. I was also. So it was a good moment to ask for the check and leave. I walked her to her car, opened the door for her, just a habit of mine, and she started to cry. I couldn't help but hug her. We stood there about 10 minutes, and when she calmed down, she got in her car and drove away. I was in shock, went home, grabbed my camping gear, and drove to the mountain and spent all weekend there to clear my mind. Early this morning, I was driving back to the city, and at the moment my phone grabbed signal, it got flooded with messages from friends and family, all worried because basically I disappeared without telling anybody. I texted back to everyone, telling them that I was okay, that I had gone out camping, and that at the moment I was driving to work. Also, I got a text from her, something along the lines that she feels that we are not over yet, and that she thinks I need time to leave all this behind me, and she will wait in the hope of it. I haven't texted her back because I'm pretty sure I'm done, but experience has taught me to never say never. So for now, I'm going to take it easy, doing what I like, and see where things take me. Well, that's it. Thanks, all, for your support and advice. P.S. Sorry about my English.